Two friends from Iowa finding out what's beyond the living after death. C&R isn't just about the paranormal. It's about bringing the community together by sharing their experience, evidence, and the fun moments during a paranormal investigation, so that you, the community, can be a part of our journey. Welcome to C&R Paranormal Podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of C&R Paranormal Podcast with your host, Chris
and Ryne.
And we have Jody, our other investigator, with us tonight.
Good evening, everybody.
Hey, Jody, how you doing?
Good. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Doing great.
So
we'll get some people on here, and then we'll get started.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
so
they all knew I was going to be on, so nobody's coming in.
Oh no. Chris, what question?
So we'll start with what got you into the paranormal? What got you into wanting to join our team, and what got you believing in the paranormal and all that?
As far as believing in the paranormal, I could probably attribute it to at least two incidences right off the bat that I can think of. First one was when I was probably, say, around 13. We had lost, it was one of my favorite uncles in our family. We had lost him to a military accident in the Army. And my grandparents had this house where they had basically an apartment upstairs. So there's like 2 bedrooms, a living room, a dining room, kitchen, that kind of stuff. The back bedroom had a blow-up 747 plane, just a little blow-up toy that they hung from the ceiling after he had passed, that he had brought home from all the travels he's done. And went up there one time with my grandmother, and she stood there, and she actually, his name was Daryl. She said hello to Daryl, and the plane started swaying. And she legitimately went over and showed me that there was, as a little girl, that there was no air coming in to blow that plane around. But I think that was my first ever touch with something like out of the ordinary like that. Because I wouldn't have expected my grandmother to be that person who believed in that sort of stuff. And then probably about 16 or so, I used to walk home from school, would pick up my little brother, and we'd walk home together from there. And we got to our house, and I had forgotten my keys that day. And usually my sister gets home first. So I knocked on the front door for her to answer the door to let us in. And what happened is one of those things where you see it happening, but it doesn't quite click to like 30 seconds later what you're seeing. Somebody pulled the blinds down, like they were looking out to see who was there. But in retrospect, after those 30 seconds, I realized what we had saw, because my brother automatically stepped behind me like he was scared of something, which was unusual too, was a hand pulling down the blinds to see who was out there. And then you see this much of a face just right here, and the eyes were just pure white. That was it. Literally took my brother's hand, turned around, walked the other way, and happened to run into my sister, who was not yet at home. So those would probably be the two biggest things in my life that turned me on to the paranormal, or knowing that something else it's not just us all the time. So those were probably two of the biggest incidents in my life. But I think there's always that underlying interest in those kinds of things. So those would have to be the two most big things I can think of right off the bat that I've been through.
So I know you've told me and Chris, but you told us that you're, is it empath?
I believe, I have a friend who says I definitely am. The first thing she said to me when I told her I finally joined a team, I was really kind of psyched because I'm like, hey, I finally joined a paranormal team. So I'm pretty geeked about it. She goes, oh, they wanted an empath on their team. I'm like, I'm sure. I think I do have a little bit of that. I've had a psychic tell me that I'm like literally just starting to kind of tap into that kind of thing.
Mhm.
But also I am just over the past 2 years, like you guys, am just now starting to do more of these things, to be involved with the paranormal world of things. So I think there's something there. Like I know I've said that when we walked into Edinburgh the first time with my kids and I, that I've never walked into a place where I've just been smacked in the face with energy. I've never had that feeling before, which is really wild. So I think there is some. I think maybe I am starting to learn, and exploring that side of things is going to be really interesting over the next years.
Mm-hmm. Like, it was cool seeing you at Granger before you joined the team, and seeing you, like, what is it? You had a sense of little kid.
Well, well, when the cat ball lit up for the first time, I mean, you're talking, I've never had this happen. So that was exciting. I got really geeked out because I was talking to the kids, and I just felt like I had, like, there was a connection to the mom side of things, to
Mhm.
maybe their mom as well, what she might have gone through, losing when she lost a child and those kinds of things. I felt like it's just like a mom connection in there. And I think, like I said, because I heard the kids playing upstairs before we even got started at that one point. Yeah, that, and then walking to that house was just, I don't want to say like a baseline. It was just, but it was very homey. You could tell it was a family home, and just very low key, nothing that would like make you feel weird or scared or anything. It was just this very low key feeling like, yeah, the family lived here. They lived a good life, it seems like. So
So yeah, for energy wise, that's probably the calmest place
Mhm.
I've been.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say I haven't been to a ton of places, but yeah, I would say definitely out of a handful of places we've been, that was definitely
It
the
was
most laid back atmosphere.
Granger was definitely interesting with me because my little cousin went with us. It's I felt bad for you because she was clinging by your side.
It was okay. She was my buddy for the night. That was perfectly fine.
And then she would get scared, and because she said somebody's pulling on my hair, and
Yeah.
I'm like, just tell him
Tell them to
no.
stop.
I kept
Ask them to
doing it,
stop.
and she still wants to go with us.
Oh, that's cool. At least she hasn't lost her love for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh crap! There was enough. So go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
So what made you want to join our team specifically?
Well, that's your guys' fault. So,
Well,
I mean, I already know. I mean, like working with Ryan and Chris, I've known you since you were little because I worked with your mom. That made it easy enough because I already knew you guys going into it. And the times you invited me to go with as a guest, I had such a great time doing it. It was so much fun because I love seeing the different personalities mesh, and someone's going to catch something somebody else may not catch. And I know I kept dropping hints. You guys ever needed somebody an extra hand? I was there. I was ready. So it's kind of like even a kind of one of those list of things you want to do in your life to accomplish. Mm-hmm. And so it was very easy to say yes when you guys asked me to join, obviously. So
I remember after having you guests on our investigations, and you said, well, if you need anybody to step in, I took it as a hint.
It was.
So,
it was.
I mean, Chris thought about it too, but we were both like, let's have you on the team, and which
Chris
worked out perfect. Hey, Chris, how you doing? But it worked out perfect, and well, now you're here. But so like there was something I was gonna say, but I forgot. that happens to me.
That's
But
all
like I was like some like after you hinting to us, it was, and then me and Chris, we were kind of thinking, and we had Waverly going in, and I think that was kind of like we're kind of like, me and him were kind of sitting back seeing
Waverly's my girl.
which
Love her.
which Waverly was good, so we're like, yeah, let's have her on the team, and
Which thank you. I appreciate it. I
You're
love
very
being on the
welcome.
team.
we're glad to have you on the team too. Which we can't wait for the YMCA. A full weekend at the YMCA.
One night was interesting enough. I can't wait for the weekend. See if we get any more tormentors while we're there.
Yeah, that place is definitely interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I not only because I scared the crap out of you two, but that it was fun on the last live last Wednesday, where I think we talked about it, but about me seeing that tall apparition, and
Right.
we showed them the video, and they got a kick out of it, and it was just funny seeing you guys get scared because I got scared.
Jerk reaction. Someone gets scared or yells loud, you're gonna jump and
Jump,
know what's going on.
which happens most to me anyway. So
Yeah, you do it often enough.
So out of, because I know Waverly's your favorite, but out of the others that we've been to, out of those, which one would be your second?
It's kind of hard. I mean, every place you go has its unique personality to cling to and check out.
Mhm.
It's a kind of a toss up between the Granger and Y, and I think because that's the two places we actually got stuff at. Like the Museum of Lost Souls was really cool, but for me, I just didn't feel like there was a whole lot going on. Again, that was just my feeling. Other than a few pictures that I captured, I just didn't feel like there was a whole lot going on. Granger, we caught that ribbon, but I think maybe the Y, because the Y seemed to have more interaction when we were there. And I think that's what you're looking for. That's what you want to see. Because we had the laughter in the boys' room. The glasses, I think everybody else was asleep, Ryan, but you remember the glasses clinking? We heard glasses clinking at one point. Like there was one point where glasses clinking together, like somebody was doing a cheers.
Was that when we were looking at the cameras?
That's when we were looking through footage. I think Cheyenne had left for a little bit, and you guys were passed out for a little bit. But yeah, we heard glasses clink. There was definitely a door that shut upstairs, and nobody was up there. So those are all the little things I wrote down to remember. But and I think it's just because we had more interaction there, and so it'd be interesting to see what happens over an entire weekend. And I want to go back into the room where I said I felt like deja vu. Like it was really bizarre. We walked into that room. We stood against the wall. Downstairs in the basement had the little bar in it.
Oh, Looney's Lounge?
Yeah. Total sense of deja. And I know I said something to you guys. There's like total sense of deja vu in there. It was really bizarre. I can't wait to get back in that room and just maybe sit in there for a while and see what that was, if that had anything to do with anything, or it was just, to see what that was. So, but I think so far the why, but there's so much more to come that we haven't explored yet. So who knows? But yeah, Waverly though, you could, I would never say no to her 100 times more.
Like, with the Y, after I think I showed you that, didn't I? With the second floor, the trunk room, and we weren't on that floor.
I wasn't there at that time when there was a lot of walking around and movements, and
I think
there's a lot more to explore there. There really, I think there's just so much more there than we just didn't even get to in one night.
I think so. Yeah, we can't wait, Cheryl. That'll be fun. So we were talking about experiments, and we were thinking about Estes. And hey, Courtney,
Courtney.
We were thinking about doing the Estes and Friday night, and I'm sure we'll do it on the Saturday night with Eternal Paranormal too, just to see what they get. But with the Illinois Paranormal Research Group, we're like, what if we all did the Estes, go in groups to wherever in the building,
Right.
and then we write down or jot down all of our answers, and then that we get from the Estes, and then we come back, regroup, and then compare what we've caught or what
Are you
we've
doing, like, different questions, or maybe just a set of base questions that everybody asks those same questions to see
like.
pull from?
I think. I mean, I guess. I mean, we won't know what's asked, so I mean.
Or you could have
That's what I'm
someone on
saying.
each floor, have 4 people
Basic.
to Estes, use a walkie-talkie, and then some people watch a command,
Yeah.
and someone be with those people on the floor.
That'd be cool. Well, I even thought maybe like just even if somebody wrote them down for each team that goes wherever, maybe not all your questions are the same, but maybe 4 or 5 just basic questions that you want everybody to ask, and then compare those answers
Mm-hmm.
to see if you're pulling from the same area. You know what I'm saying? You're getting the same results, or maybe there's multiple different results you're going to get because you're talking to multiple different people.
And which I think that'd be kind of cool to.
That'd be
Cool to
interesting.
do. And then the cup phone idea, I don't know how I'm gonna try. I'm still trying to figure out.
Lots of
'cause
string.
yeah, lots of string.
Lots of string.
Oh yes,
Yes.
that's the
Yeah.
same questions.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think if I should buy a whole bunch of string, well, and then attach it to each cup, and then attach it to one string and have it at nerve center or something.
And then have multiple other areas receiving the other end.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm probably out if somebody answers the other end. I shouldn't be answering.
I want to put my ear up to the cup phone and see if something happens.
That might be a little interesting. Somebody answering on the other end that shouldn't be there.
Gotta go to Walmart and buy them out of string.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't even know how much string I need though. That's the only thing.
A big chunk if you're going up floors.
Well, there's what? There's four floors. Yeah, 4 floors, right? Plus the basement.
That's the basement.
Yeah. So that'd be like, well, our cameras, I think that's what, 206 feet of each cord. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that very big, but because we had extra cord, but that would be definitely interesting to try out.
Yeah.
Especially if there's a little kid spirit. Because I swear I heard a little boy crying for his mama in that pool room when we were up in the nerve center. I was sitting at the our cameras, and all of a sudden I was hearing this little boy's voice crying for his mama, and this was about like 1:30 in the morning, and like I heard it, and then I tried to go back, couldn't find it, and then after the investigation, still couldn't find the, because I wrote down the timestamp and everything. But
yeah, I find it interesting when you catch something or hear something, you go back to listen to it, and it's all of a sudden gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like just disappears on you.
Which the Granger, with that Granger anomaly string thing
Right.
we got, like Cheyenne caught it, recorded it on her phone when it happened, and it went fully off the screen.
Yeah, we saw
Like fully
what
down
we
the
saw.
screen.
I remember what I saw was totally we saw just completely fall off the screen. So that's why I figured something would be on the stairs, and there wasn't.
And
So,
and after going through that, like the footage, like it was going down and then it stopped in the middle of the screen and then it cut out.
that's interesting. I didn't see
And
that part.
Like I had it on our TikTok, but what I did was I just replayed it.
Yeah.
So I played it and then I replayed it only because that happened, because I figured I mean, it's still cool to see either if it,
Yeah.
but
knowing what you thought it was, but then when you get there, it wasn't anything of the type.
Oh no. Like we looked in that vent.
Definitely thought it was a ribbon falling off that Christmas tree, and
it wasn't. So was it a couple episodes ago? I think it was our second episode. We were talking about Waverly Hills and our thoughts on it. Of that investigation, now that we have you on the podcast, finally, what was your thoughts during that investigation of Waverly?
I absolutely loved that we did it the way we did it. Because our first time there was like what you guys did was like 60 plus people roaming all around.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we had some interesting interactions, but just little bits here and there. And unfortunately, we had like, girls running around behind us that were giggling the whole time, that didn't seem really taking it seriously. And it was just 9 of us in that building. That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
You're able to focus on more. You don't have all that background noise. You know who's where, doing what. Most of that stuff that we came across or we experienced that second time with just the 9 of us, never have I. Phantom smells, I've never experienced that. Which
that was interesting.
That was very interesting. That happened a couple times. I heard humming again. Definitely, I can't remember which floor we're up on. Was it definitely a conversation at the other end of the hall? And it wasn't the wind, because we got used to the wind, but this was like a full blown conversation between two people. I mean, I don't think we caught it anywhere, but which reminds me of my new computer. I can now upload my card from Waverly and go through the stuff that my son had. But man, I would have paid anything, literally, to continue the investigation at night after that last section we were in the basement in the original lobby. Mm-hmm. That was just, and it almost seems like everybody experienced something different, because after you guys left, we got some interactions with the cat ball. I know that my oldest and I heard a thump in the stairway. Then there was a second one, and then it got loud enough that my 2 daughters took off to go see what was. Because we thought I can't remember her name, but the young lady that was watching over the place that night. We thought
I don't remember.
Yeah, we thought it was her coming down the stairs, because she had said she was going to lock things up a little bit. I heard what sounded like rustling, like all over the place. Like, to me, it almost sounded like that lobby had come back to life. Like there were people walking around and just going about their business. It was just crazy. And that's when
felt like it.
Yeah, because that's when I came and hollered at you guys. And you were down the hall with what's her name? It wasn't who we thought was coming downstairs. There was nobody coming down the stairs. Mm-hmm. That's why I hollered at you guys, because I hoping it would last long enough for you guys to catch something and hear it. It was just nuts. It was like the whole place came alive again. And I would have paid another $1,000 to say, please, just give us a couple more hours.
And I don't
nuts down there.
To be honest,
got interaction too, but I just I didn't expect that much interaction with all the things. And I don't know that anybody remembers. I know my middle one does. But after we'd gather things up and everybody was there and we're getting ready to leave, I was standing off to the side with my girls, and somebody poked me in the back. Like just a hard poke. I knew somebody poked me back, and I turned around to yell at one of them to stop, to not freak me out at all doing that. There was nobody behind me. So I don't know if that was somebody did and they're not telling the truth, or like legitimately somebody's back to say, hey, gotcha, kind of thing. I think that's why I love Waverly so much, especially after that last experience. I have so many new experiences going through all this, being with you guys. So it's phenomenal. It's like I was said 100 times over, I'd go back 100 times. And I think you'd always experience something new.
Like I don't remember why we went away. Why we went?
You wanted to? It was a whole thing where you guys stayed downstairs for a while. You guys stayed down there for a while, and us girls went up into the operating room, so you could see if you got any interactions. I think that's when you got the chandelier swing and all that stuff. And I think towards the end of the night, you're just like, one of you said something about, well, let's just see what happens if we just leave the girls here.
Oh yeah, that was me.
So you walked down the hall and left us there. Why?
That sounds bad.
And that's when everything like just all of a sudden like exploded. Like it was like all of a sudden coming to life. So
yeah, you guys just left us there.
No, it wasn't a mean you left us there, but that's when you guys walked down the hallway and ran into the caretaker that was there that night, who we thought was the one coming down the stairs, but obviously she wasn't. She was with you guys. So
although that would have been funny if we left Caleb there sleeping, we just left the lobby and just let him sleep in the lobby.
A couple times, you probably would have been easy enough.
But I mean, I don't know. Was it you, Chris, that caught the chandelier swing, and that's how we?
I thought it was like the wind at first, so I was looking at it, and then it's called you and Jonathan over, and then we looked at it, and we tried everything. It was not the wind.
Like I said, I've got the video. Yeah. I've got some video, and I'm pretty sure Jonathan has it on there. He caught it swaying.
I think he did.
Obviously, it's going to be hard to explain if it's a wind or not on camera, but I've got to get that downloaded, and my other computer wouldn't do it, so this one will hopefully.
I know. We checked to see if it was the wind. We were looking around and feeling.
That was pretty sealed off down the bait where we were at, though, in that area. I think it was pretty well sealed off from the wind.
Where those chandeliers, whatever those things were, there was no draft or anything in that area. And I have it on video because I was walking, but it was only short, but you can kind of see it just go like that a little bit.
Yeah.
But I thought that and when we were in the death tunnel, you and Chris stayed up there.
We heard movement back behind us, and so we walked back around the corner, stopped at the corner, and I think that's the first time we got the phantom smell. We smelled perfume. Oddly, just a whiff of perfume. But whatever noises were going on, or whoever we thought was walking that way was no longer walking that way. But the perfume definitely just got a whiff as we hit that corner. So, wait to meet you, Cheryl. Have a good night.
But, I mean, hearing your guys' experience up there, that was kind of cool. And then I didn't even see, so I didn't realize I was closer to you guys than I was Jonathan and I'm sorry, Jody, I can't remember the other two's names.
Saxon Jordan.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
And then Caleb. But I knew they were way at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
And then I knew Jonathan, he was in the middle, but I didn't realize I was only 6 or 7 steps away from you guys, which from that point, it felt like you guys were farther away. And after you guys left, and me and Jonathan stayed back because we were like, well, let's see what goes on while you guys, because I think you guys were going back to the little break area, weren't you?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, we were hearing stuff, and so we got done. Sorry, I'm trying to remember, but we go around and we're hearing a full-on like conversation going on, and we thought it was you guys, and you guys said you didn't say anything, and over the walkie we're like, can you guys scream or something? We heard like yelling too. Can you guys scream or something? Just because that break room was further It was like
Further
what?
away than you
Down,
think, and
it
plus
was like
you're down further as well.
Yeah, down
like
the
it,
stairs, down the.
Yeah.
and then it was what 10 feet or so hallway, and then there was that break room. But me and Jonathan had you guys screaming. We couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
Like we couldn't hear you guys scream at all. Which we thought that was kind of interesting as well. But that whole night, 7 or 8 hours, that was amazing.
Yeah, that's like I said. I would have paid another $1,000 just for a couple more hours.
Which I'm surprised they don't give. I mean, 8 hours, I see is enough, but like for a place that big,
Yeah,
I'd advertise for more hours, but they would probably up the price though.
yeah, you would. It's probably like another place if you added another night on, it'd be just like another $1,000 or so that was. But I mean, almost at that point, by the end of the night, I'm like, that would have been so worth it, even just for a couple more hours. But I think even after a couple more hours, you'd be thinking like something else would happen. Like, no, a couple more, please. So I think that'd be quite interesting to a weekend there too. Because you're
So
right.
how about this question, everyone? So if we could stay a week at a place, money, we don't care about the money.
Oh,
Where
wow.
would each of us go for 1 week?
1 week.
For 1 week?
Yes, a whole week.
Huh. Let's see. Does it have
be a toss up for me?
any place?
Yeah, any place.
Let's do the U.S.
In the U.S.,
Yeah.
it would definitely be a toss up between Stanley Hotel, only because I grew up as a Stephen King fan, and you hear so much about that place. Stanley Hotel would be great, and then is it Trans Allegheny that's in West Virginia? I'm gonna mess it up. I think so.
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
That place as well, I think, would be very interesting. I mean, there's like a million places I could probably name, but off the top of my head, those two be Stanley Hotel would definitely be at the top of that list.
So before I say mine, I wanna see what the comments say too on theirs. So everybody in the comments, if you could, if you'd like to tell us your one, what was it, Chris? Your one place that
You would stay at for a week. Money was not an option, and then it was in the U.S.
But mine would be, gosh, it's still tough. I had it in my head. Anywhere in the U.S. I want to say Cecil Hotel.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
I think like just a whole week to experience, to see what goes on in that place. I think we know Cheyenne. I'm just joking.
I'm going there in September.
But just going there for a week is see what happens. I think that would Cecil Hotel would be for me.
I think for mine it would be a Broadhead Manor. I mean, I've been listening to podcasts, seeing videos of Broadhead. I mean, it looks so big, and you need I would say more than a weekend to explore. It's just what I hear and see.
Let's make that happen. We should make that happen.
We'll contact Bill.
Plus, what do they have as like a haunted place, like a haunted house?
It is,
like,
yeah,
attraction
like
too.
Yeah.
Because I heard along the on their podcast on Illinois groups, the Illinois Paranormal Research Group's podcast that what is it? Gabi said that there was animatronic haunted house stuff, and the rest of their team were getting scared, and she was just walking back and walking behind them, and as they were getting scared, because her and Chris went watch videos on it so they wouldn't get scared.
There's a question. I
Jonesville.
love haunted houses. Don't get me wrong.
That'd be
I
cool.
love going to them for the fun of it. Do you think it's disrespectful to set up those kinds of attractions in places that, you know, usually it's tragedy that happen in a lot of these places?
Mhm.
How do you feel about that? Like, it's not my say either way. I don't run the place, but I just sometimes wonder if some of the stuff they do is a little touch on the disrespectful side. Just because you're dealing with such, like some place like Waverly, I know they do and probably make good money off those haunted houses, and I wouldn't deny anybody that, but
I wouldn't want to
how
go
much
there.
tragedy happened? You know what I mean? Are you kind of walking a fine line of being disrespectful?
I think
It's just something I've thought about.
personally, I think maybe, but not really, because I think it would stir up activity.
Like, I'm not saying that necessarily they're being intentionally mean to do this to the people who may
Yeah.
have lost their lives or had these tragedies happen there, but yeah, definitely stirring up stuff, I'm sure.
Which
Yeah, as long as they're not like bashing a history and that, I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, as long as you're not, yeah. Just
I've
sometimes
been to several haunted houses. I think it's more the fact the building's haunted, the location.
definitely
That adds to it. Yeah.
definitely adds to it. Oh, Jonesville. Yeah. That'd be really
That'd be
interesting.
cool.
What's funny is Ryan would not go to a haunted attraction ever.
No,
That he'll go
Really?
investigating, but not a haunted attraction.
I will investigate haunted places, but I don't like being jump scared at a haunted house.
So
don't
I
know
know
why.
October is so busy for us, but I think we should do a team outing. to a
I
haunted
do too.
house.
We're gonna change that, Ryan, either this year or next year, one way or another.
Yep, this year we'll make it fit.
I'm gonna have to bring my brown
Make it
pants.
fit.
We'll
I'm
make
gonna
it
have to
work
bring-
out.
I'm gonna have to bring my brown pants. But no, I can't. I don't like being jump scared. And
We know.
how do you know?
We know. I've seen videos. I've seen some of that stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
Here, Edinburgh, that's kind of a jump scare.
well, I got hit with the door. That's different.
Yeah, but you ran, right?
I ran. I'm sure you two would have ran too.
I doubt, nah.
Okay.
I might have taken a
Well,
few steps
I'll
back and
just
said, wait
jump.
a minute, but
But okay. Every location we go to, I want you guys to stand by a door that's propped open. And I'm gonna ask
you're
them
just
to
gonna be
hit you
living
with
for
that
the
door.
moment.
I'm gonna laugh my butt off if you two ran. But
What's the prize if we don't run?
I don't know.
Yeah.
A high five. I don't know. But there was one time. This was when I was little. I think I told you, Chris, about it when it was at a pumpkin patch. I think it was the I don't know which one it was. The
Oh my
Buffalo
God.
Pumpkin Patch or something. They had a blow up maze thing, and I didn't expect it when I was little. I don't even remember how old I was, but we were going through, and of course I was in the front, so all of a sudden, this guy just jumps out and starts running, and I turned around, got scared, ran. I knocked over a little kid, and I got out. And I think it's funny, but I feel bad for that whoever I knocked over, but like I just can't, like, even horror movies that jump scare. No. There was one time at the movie theater, that's at Cinemark. I think this was during the transition between the old seats and those lounger seats. And me, Chris, and I think Cheyenne was there. And we were watching that Krampus movie. And I had my foot propped up on the seat in front of me. And one of the jump scares happened. and scared the crap out of me. I kicked the seat in front of me, and after I kicked that seat, you hear the seat just start squeaking back and forth. I didn't tell the movie theater about it because I figured, well, they're gonna change. Wait a minute, were we in the IMAX?
Hell, if I remember, that was like
I don't remember.
high school.
If we were, then it's still there. But I don't. But that jump scared me. That was the bad one that. But if I'm at a movie theater, and I don't care what people say, but when I'll go to a jump scare movie, and Chris will laugh at me every time, and I go like this. And I'm like,
Cover your
no,
eyes.
but I don't. But it's like I'm waiting for it. We're at the what was it the the Final Destination movie?
Oh yeah, the new
No.
one. Yeah.
What was it? One of the parts. I don't even think it was a jump scare, and I yelled because it scared the crap out of me.
So just wait till Conjuring when its rights come out in September.
I like investigating places, but I will not go to fake haunted houses.
So Skeleton Manor is calling our game then in October.
Ah, yes.
That's
yes.
a good one.
I'm out.
No, you're in.
I'm out.
Nope. I had my girlfriend when she came from Greece to spend that 2 weeks with us. Her first time in the States experiencing, and she wanted to come during Halloween on purpose because they don't celebrate it. And she thought Halloween here was great. I haven't been haunted housing in a million years when she showed up. Probably about 9 years ago. But we took her. That was one of the things on the list to do because we were trying to do the whole. This is Halloween in the States. These are things we do. That's where we went with Skeleton Manor. It was really good. She's like, "Oh, you're not scaring. You're not scary," but she's all cuddled up against my back, like your life. Well, that's not scary, but Skeleton Manor would be a good one.
Although
that or the Factory of Fear, it's another good one too.
Yeah, I'm out.
Team building.
There you go.
No, I thought we were doing a
building. That's team building, sir, for spending time together.
I thought we were doing a movie.
We can do a movie too.
That's September. We have October. We're so busy, but we can make it work.
We gotta make fun for October. We can't just work.
I think all the weekends are booked. Let me look.
Yeah,
they're all booked.
20th is open, I believe.
Yeah, plenty of time. We'll figure it out.
So let's go back to the
we just won't even tell them where we're going. We'll just plan it. Just tell them we're going to dinner. And
I'll drive that night. Don't worry.
There you go.
Yeah, all right. I'll bring my brown pants.
We're saying we're going to the YMCA again, and then you just.
There we go.
It's right next to it, so. Down the road.
That works.
So speaking of the YMCA, isn't there something going on in October, the first weekend?
Isn't that
the
Yeah, hello.
No, I know. I'm just messing. So that will be the Rock Island Roadhouse Esoteric Expo in Rock Island, Illinois. And sorry, I'm pulling up my notes because I wrote everything down. So you want me to go in the whole thing?
Thanks, Alfredo. At least you knew.
No, I knew. I was just joking.
Yeah, go in all detail there.
So Friday, October 3rd. I'll start before the expo. Friday night before October 4th, the expo. You'll have a gallery reading with Dr. Rebecca Foster. Also, Friday, October 3rd, you'll have spirits, squatches, and stories around the campfire. with special edition CE5, Pac-Man Paranormal, along with Black Wolf Paranormal, Squatchman Greg Yost, Grizzly Chris, and those two things are the night before October 3rd. October 4th is the day of the expo. You'll have amazing vendors, presenters, speakers, workshops. You'll have, I know Nick Simons and Aaron G. Thompson from 28 Days Haunted will be there. Because they announced that yesterday, didn't they? They released that with the Ryan. I'm gonna butcher. I don't know how to say his last name. That Ryan guy from Paranormal. I'm sorry, I don't. It's some show.
Paranormal State.
Paranormal State.
Ryan from Buell.
Yeah, Ryan Buell from Paranormal State. Thank you, Jody.
You're welcome.
He will be there. And of course, Annabelle will be there, and Patty Negri will be there. And but that day it will be amazing. I can't wait. I can't wait to meet everybody there, especially see Rob, Sarah, Denise, Ernie, everybody.
That is gonna be like 130 to 150 vendors, I believe it is. So there's gonna be a lot of us all there.
A lot of vendors.
A lot of great people there to meet everyone.
Are we still going, or are we closing this out, Chris? Or keep going?
You're live, right?
No, I know. I'm just saying because I didn't. You put this real fast, so I didn't know. But
keep train going.
This is C&R Paranormal, people. But we will have next week. We'll have Pac-Man Paranormal and Brian Pioni. Sorry, Brian, if you're watching this, if I'm butchering your name. We'll have them on next week's podcast, hopefully. But as for that, what else should we talk about?
So, Jody, what's a big location you're looking forward to next year in 2026?
Oh, I don't have my list in front of me. Dang.
Oh.
All of them? I hear my cat answering for me. Yeah. He's letting you know. He likes to put his input too. I honestly, off the top of my head, I don't know which one I'm looking more excited for. Like I said, every place has such its uniqueness kind of thing. So I'm just looking forward to what we can build as a team, what we can come up with evidence. Hopefully, as we get more into this, I'm ready for the craziness. That's all I'm just ready for it.
Yes.
So, Jacqueline's Stefanik.
That's Jackie.
I know. Hey, Jackie. She has a question. Have any of us encountered a family member?
Well, I earlier I had said, and I think it was a family member at that time, and that's the closest I can come to personally. Was that blow up airplane up in the upper room of my grandparents' house? Whenever they mentioned my Uncle Daryl's name, it happened to sway, and he had passed away at that time. So there's always that, and I know only other time I can think of is one time after my grandmother had passed away, I had a dream about her. Very vivid dream. And all I remember from that dream to this day was She said, "You're doing a good job. Keep up what you're doing, but you have to get up now because you're going to be late for work." And I kid you not, I shot up out of bed. My alarm never went off. I had 15 minutes to get ready for work and get out the door. So I believe that was sincerely, although it was a dream, and I know it was a dream, I believe somehow sincerely it had something to do with her as well. Like it was sincerely her presenting herself that way to me. Because we had, it hadn't even been a year since we lost her. My grandparents raised me, so very big part of my life. Very hard loss when I lost each of them. So although it was a dream, I still think she really sincerely had something to do with it.
For my case, I think when I was younger, I was going upstairs to my basement where I'm at now, my grandma's house. I heard my grandpa say, "Come back," or "Stay down here," or something. And I was so young, I kind of ran up the stairs and got scared. That's my first paranormal experience I had growing up. And that's what got me into ghost hunters and ghost adventurers and all that stuff.
Yeah. That's my kids grew up watching that stuff. So that's why it's so cool now that they've become a part of this little thing that we've started, and I can take them once in a while too, because even we have a great time. I mean, when we all went and they came with you guys, we all had such a great time. And again, they each come with their own set of how far into the beliefs they are too. So it's very interesting to get their take on things.
For me, I am kind of a family member. Yes and no. I think when I was working third shift reception, I was doing newspapers, and third shift reception, and Jody, you know where that library is, right? When you go down the resident hallway, where where the mailroom is, and then you go down, and then there's that before you go in the courtyard. Well, I was doing newspapers, and I walked past doing newspapers. I come back down that hallway, and I had a feeling like I walked past the library, but I had a feeling like I had to turn around, and they dim. Those lights dim, those circle. Right. They were dimming on and off, on and off, on and off. So I thought it was, maybe it could have been something with the light switch. I even checked. I went upstairs just to check to see if it was something up there. Nothing. But I think it was my grandma Schrader. I don't know. My grandma Schrader. But because I asked, "Is this you?" And it would go like this. And then I would stop for a bit, and I would wait to see if it does it again, and it didn't. And then I asked again, and it didn't. Now, am I saying it was her? I don't know. I just don't know. But I do have a story. It wasn't me, but my grandma that lives down in Kentucky. But my grandpa that passed away, when he was alive, he said, my grandma said that he saw this older lady standing in their hallway, and he would point her out and to my grandma, and she didn't see anything. It was only him that saw her. And my mom says there's stuff in that trailer down there in that bedroom, and I don't think so. But all those things I think is cool to hear.
Yeah, looking forward to meeting you, Alfredo.
Yeah, we can't wait to go to the YMCA with you. But I think out of that would be mine, I would say.
Welcome,
You're welcome,
Jack.
Jackie. Jinx. But so now that you're on C&R Paranormal team,
Yay.
what's your thoughts on me and Chris?
Oh man, what do you mean? What are my thoughts? I wouldn't have joined if I didn't like you guys. There's that. Like I said, I've known Chris since what? Oh my God. Like you were little, like little. Because I've worked with Mandy many, many moons ago. So I used to see you come to the shop all the time. Of course, we worked together for a while when you were at the quartet. Ryan, same thing. I mean, we worked together. I don't dislike you. I mean, you guys are great. I mean,
I might sometimes, but
yeah, no. We all have our moments. How's that? I mean, we can't be 100% likable all the time. So
you've noticed me and Chris go back and forth. Sometimes.
Family. I mean, spend enough time together, there's going to be, friction now and then. So.
But I can't wait to use this thing.
I'm just saying we get popular enough here that we can just make this our full-time job.
I wish.
That would be great.
The PSP 7 Pro. I think that I can't wait to use this at the Y. It's going to be so cool.
So, Ryan, where can everybody find us at? What are socials?
So, LinkedIn. No, I'm just joking. So, our socials, you can find us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. All you need to do is search. When you go to search us, it's C&R Paranormal, and right away you should see us on there. I believe it pops up first, or like YouTube. I think it pops us up like a video, but you can find us on those apps. We also have a website, cr-paranormal.com, and we can't wait to meet everybody at the Paracon. We can't wait to see everybody, see Illinois Group and Eternal Paranormal at our next investigation in a couple weeks. That will be fun. Jody, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Great to have you on, Jody.
We will definitely have you back on.
Awesome.
But as always, thank you guys for watching the C&R Paranormal podcast. And we will see you guys on the next one.
Have a hell of a night.
Have a good night, you guys. As always, thank you so much for tuning in on the C&R Paranormal podcast. You can find this podcast on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. You can also hear this on the Get Haunted main Facebook page, 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesdays. Thanks again for tuning in. See you guys on the next one.